Suzuki GSX S750 review. Whatever the GSR 750 is like as a motorcycle, at least the name contains an arrangement of letters that's easy to say. You wouldn't stumble over them or find people say a what. Suzuki has fixed that for 2017 by giving the GSR the same awkward designation as the bigger naked bike in the range, the GSX S1000. So this is the GSX S750, creating lineage where before there was randomness. The name isn't the only update. It's been restyled to look more like the GSX S1000 with new bodywork. Previously a belly pan was available as an accessory, but now you get one for nothing. There are chassis changes. The wheelbase is 5mm longer thanks to a new swing arm, and the suspension, which is adjustable for preload only, has revised settings at both ends. The front brake has been upgraded, with 4-pot radial-mounted Nissan calipers replacing 2-pot sliding Takako ones, and also new wavy discs. It's got ABS as standard, and traction control with 3 modes plus off. In fact, although the modes are in the TC menu on the dash, they alter throttle response as well as traction control intervention level, so they're effectively riding modes. Changing between them is done with up-down buttons on the left bar. The dash itself has come from the GSX S1000, an all-digital LED unit, replacing the slightly dated-looking analog tacho of the GSR 750. Given the 749cc inline-4 is derived from that of the 2005 GSX 750, some complain the 106-horsepower GSR 750 lacked fizz in the form of the missing 30 horsepower. For 2017, Suzuki has given us some change back, with power up to 114 horsepower. Peak torque is slightly up too, from 59 lb-ft to 59.7. And Suzuki has done this while making the engine compliant with latest Euro 4 emission limits. The rear sprocket has also been increased in size, from 42 to 43 teeth, for more aggressive acceleration. The lack of fizz isn't a complaint I would make after riding the new bike at the launch in Spain. There's plenty of it from about 6,000 RPM. Lower in the range, the torque builds with the smooth linearity that characterizes 4 inlines, while you look forward to that rush of power which will propel you toward the 12,000 RPM red line. The GSX S750 is a motorcycle that's easy to ride well. The initial throttle response is much smoother than the GSX S1000's. Where the bigger bike is jerky, wanting to either accelerate or shut off, the 750 makes it easier to feed in a little bit of throttle and maintain a constant level of torque through a corner, letting you focus on your line. Suzuki is billing the GSX S750 as the apex predator of naked bikes. Ahem. But they're not suggesting it's top of the naked bike food chain. The meaning, Suzuki clarified in a press conference, is that the GSX S750 will own every apex. Do you see what they've done? It's a play on words. Like a bad-tempered cobbler's shop called Our Souls. The launch ride was quite seriously hampered by rain, ranging from heavy to bastard, and not especially conducive to apex ownership. Landslides had caused huge boulders and mud to end up in the road. But the tires answered only with a sure grip. As the day progressed, the whole group of riders steadily picked up the pace despite the conditions. Their Bridgestone Batlax S21s, developed specifically for the bike in conjunction with the suspension settings according to Suzuki. They worked really well in the wet. It's a shame there wasn't more opportunity to test them in the dry. For about 1 hour, between a photo stop and lunch, the rain held off. I think I even saw a few square meters of dry tarmac under trees. An opportunity at last to push harder and brake later, enjoying more of that top-end rush and taking more advantage of those new radial-mounted calipers. They may not have quite the bite of Brembo monoblocks, but they are powerful and nicely progressive in their feel. Now the GSX S750 started to feel a bit more like a proprietor of apexes. The riding position is slightly more prone than typical of naked bikes, making for a committed feel. It's small and agile but also stable, with a sense of cornering precision and poise from the suspension. The poise may also be aided by that steady, gradual build of low-down torque, requiring less throttle precision than a leader naked bike as you wind it on at a corner exit. As the road opens up, you can either wait for that rush of power higher up or change down, if you're in a real hurry. Some riders may enjoy changing gears to chase the power. There's definitely something to be said for it, for having to work a bit to go fast, and for the sense of anticipation created by top-end bias. In contrast, immediately abundant torque is like getting all your presents on Christmas Eve. But I think as many riders may disagree, and in fact there could be an associated problem for the GSX S750. A problem called the Yamaha MT-09. While GSX S750 engine is derived from a 2005 GSX Rs, although few parts remain save the crankcases, Yamaha has in the meantime brought us a whole new engine and configuration. The 3-cylinder MT-09 offers about the same peak power as the GSX S750, at 115 horsepower. It makes more peak torque, at 64.5 lb-ft. And, most importantly, the Yamaha has more immediately available torque. There's no waiting on that, the throttle is a torque tap. And I wonder if that is what people have come to expect of a naked bike. The market has changed. Has Suzuki changed enough with it? The GSX S750's recommended retail price is £7,599, or £7,799 for the Black Phantom edition. The MT-09 is £7,799 and comes with a quick shifter and more adjustable suspension. The MT-09's more aggressive torque might make it more of an experienced rider's bike, while the GSX S750 might be a better machine to grow with. If it was even a little bit cheaper, perhaps £7,200, I think I could buy the GSX S750 and love it, knowing I'd got the best naked bike I could for the money, and an all-round highly accomplished machine. As it is, I think I'd be asking the dealer to drop the price, to stop me going and buying an MT-09 instead.